All right, so today we're diving deep into the career of Timothée Chalamet.
Oh, yeah.
You shared this fascinating biographical piece with me.
Mm-hmm.
And just from glancing at it, we're in for a real treat here.
Oh, definitely.
It's not just about listing his movies.
Right.
It's about understanding, the choices he's made that have shaped him.
Yeah.
From those early days in New York City all the way to, the recent diva rumors on set.
Yeah. You know what's really remarkable about Chalamet?
What's that?
Is that his journey really reflects a changing landscape in Hollywood.
Oh, interesting.
Even at his age.
Oh, yeah.
He's challenging, traditional notions of what a leading man can be.
Okay, let's unpack that a little.
Yeah.
So the bio mentions his early ambition growing up in New York City.
Right.
I mean, talk about an environment to spark creativity.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But it also highlights this drive that goes beyond just being in the right place at the right time.
Absolutely. It wasn't just proximity to the arts.
Right.
This piece talks about his teenage years and how he actively sought out roles. Shows like Homeland, even in smaller parts, show that he was already building a foundation.
It's like he was saying, take me seriously.
Yeah.
And then call me by your name. Hits. Yeah. And everything changes.
Everything changes.
But it wasn't just a box office success. This film really sparked a cultural conversation.
Exactly.
What do you mean?
Think about coming-of-age stories in cinema.
Okay.
This film with Chalamet at the center, It wasn't just about first love.
Right.
It was about representation.
Okay.
It challenged how LGBTQ plus stories were being told.
Yeah.
And his performance helped bring a level of nuance and sensitivity that resonated with audiences.
I think it's an Oscar nomination at 22.
22.
The youngest in almost 80 years.
That's incredible.
That's got to be a game changer, right?
Oh, yeah. Such recognition can be a double-edged sword.
How so?
It opens doors, but also invites intense scrutiny.
Oh, I see.
The industry expects you to either follow a formula or become a cautionary tale.
Oh, wow. Okay, so instead of playing it safe, he leans into the challenge.
He does.
This bio piece really highlights how he actively chooses roles that push him.
Yeah.
A beautiful boy.
Yes.
Dealing with drug addiction. That's not your typical heartthrob material.
No. Beautiful Boy wasn't just about showcasing his acting range.
Well,
it was a statement.
Okay.
This wasn't romanticized portrayal of addiction.
Right.
It was raw, gritty, and demanding a lot from him emotionally.
Yeah, the piece mentions how he prepared for the role, spending time with people recovering from addiction.
Yeah.
It wasn't enough to just read the script.
Right.
He needed to understand the human experience behind it.
He was going beyond simply mimicking the symptoms of addiction.
Yeah.
He delved into the psychological and emotional complexities of a person battling substance abuse.
That's intense.
That commitment to portraying a difficult and often misunderstood subject matter solidified his reputation as an actor who wasn't afraid to go there.
Yeah, and it seems like this willingness to embrace vulnerability is a thread that runs throughout his career.
I agree.
It's a contrast to that classic Hollywood image of a stoic leading man.
Yeah, what's interesting is that by showing those cracks, those moments of weakness, he actually comes across as more relatable, more human.
I see that.
It challenges the idea that a male lead needs to be invincible to be compelling.
There's a scene in Call Me By Your Name that sticks with me.
Which one?
Elio's confession by the fireplace.
Yes.
So raw.
It is.
The bio even quotes the director saying Chalamet brought a level of emotional depth to that scene that went beyond the script.
Absolutely. He doesn't shy away from expressing those deeper emotions.
Right.
And in doing so, he connects with audiences on a visceral level.
Totally. But this journey hasn't been without its bumps.
Definitely not this SNL sketch about Hamas.
Oh, yeah.
That's addressed in the bio. Yeah. Definitely brought some heat.
Yeah. Not exactly lighthearted comedy hour.
No.
It's mentioned here that some critics felt it was insensitive.
Right.
While others defended it as satire.
Yeah.
What's fascinating is how this incident really reveals the tightrope young stars walk today.
It raises some interesting questions about the intersection of art politics and public image.
Yeah.
Especially in the age of social media where opinions amplify so rapidly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it wasn't just the content of the sketch itself,
right,
but how it sparked this debate about the role of comedy, the limits of satire, and the responsibility of artists, especially those with a large platform.
Definitely, and to Chalamet's credit,
the
bio mentions he didn't shy away from the controversy. He addressed it head on.
He did.
Which I think shows a level of maturity not always seen in young Hollywood.
Yeah, that willingness to engage with criticism rather than just retreat or issue a generic apology suggests a thoughtfulness about his place in the public eye. It's not just about being a star. It's about understanding that influence comes with responsibility.
And then from that complexity, he steps onto the sands of Arrakis in Dune.
Yeah.
Talk about a shift in gears.
Oh, yeah.
But I think this also speaks to what you were saying earlier about a changing Hollywood landscape.
Dune was interesting for a few reasons.
Okay.
First, it proved Chalamet could carry a massive franchise film.
Okay.
But it also presented this morally ambiguous hero, Paul Atreides.
Right.
He's not the classic clear-cut good guy.
Yeah.
He's wrestling with power, destiny, and the potential for corruption.
Yeah. The biopiece even mentions how Chalamet prepared for the role, studying desert cultures, philosophy and leadership theory.
It wasn't just about looking the part.
Yeah.
He was diving deep into the psychology of what makes a leader, what makes someone vulnerable to those temptations of power.
He was embodying a character grappling with complex choices, reflecting a trend in storytelling that moves away from simplistic heroes and villains.
Absolutely. Audiences are hungry for those layers.
Yeah.
For characters they can both admire and question.
And then just to show he can do it all, he signs on to play Willy Wonka.
Oh, wow.
This is fascinating to me.
Yeah.
Because it shows a willingness to not be pigeonholed.
Right.
From intense drama to whimsical fantasy, he's keeping everyone guessing.
That choice is a statement in itself.
How so?
He's not letting himself become a caricature of the intense young actor.
Okay.
He's embracing a spectrum of roles, which actually allows each performance to stand out even more. You never quite know what to expect from him.
And speaking of unexpected, his next project takes us into the world of music.
Yeah.
With a complete unknown. Playing Bob Dylan is no small feat.
This choice is particularly intriguing because it requires more than just acting.
What do you mean?
Chalamet had to become a musician.
Oh, wow.
The bio mentions he learned guitar harmonica and even recorded 40 of Dylan's songs for the soundtrack.
Wow. This is where those diva rumors surface, right?
Yes. The bio suggests his commitment to the role bordered on obsession.
Okay.
There's a story about him refusing to break character even between takes.
Really?
Which apparently ruffled some feathers on set.
It raises the question of how far an actor should go in pursuit of authenticity.
Yeah.
Is there a point where that dedication becomes detrimental to the collaborative process of filmmaking?
Right. Is that the price of genius or a sign of something more problematic?
It's a fine line for sure.
It is.
And while we can't get inside his head, the bio does offer some insights.
Okay.
It talks about his admiration for Dylan.
Yeah.
Not just the music, but the persona.
Right.
The enigmatic artist who constantly reinvented himself.
Chalamet might be drawn to these figures who defy easy categorization, who are both brilliant and flawed.
I see.
It's like he's using these roles to explore not just the characters, but the human condition itself.
The contradictions within us all.
And by embracing those contradictions, he's subverting expectations.
Yes.
He's not just playing the roles he's given.
Yeah.
He's actively shaping them, pushing the boundaries of what we expect from an actor of his generation.
He's inviting us to question our own assumptions about masculinity.
Okay.
About fame. About the very nature of storytelling.
Interesting.
He's not giving us easy answers.
Right.
He's asking us to engage with the complexities of his choices.
Yeah.
Both on and off screen.
Yeah, it's like he's saying, I'm not here to be put in a box.
Right.
I'm here to challenge, to provoke, to evolve.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's what makes him so compelling to watch.
Totally.
You never know what he's going to do next.
He's become this fascinating case study.
Oh, yeah.
In how an actor can navigate the modern media landscape.
Right.
He's not just relying on talent.
Okay.
He's using his choices, his projects, even his public persona to craft a narrative that keeps people intrigued.
Yeah.
It's almost like performance art that extends beyond the screen.
It is.
And it seems to be working.
Oh, yeah.
He's generating buzz, sparking debate, and ultimately keeping people talking.
And that's crucial in an industry saturated with content.
So true.
He's not just another pretty face. He's a conversation starter.
Yeah.
He's making people think not just about his acting, but about the bigger questions his roles explore.
So if we were to sum up this deep dive into Timothée Chalamet's career, what would you say are the key takeaways for you? What has stood out the most from this biographical piece in our conversation today?
For me, it's the convergence of talent and intention.
Okay.
He's obviously gifted, but it's his awareness of the power of his choices that sets him apart.
Interesting.
He's not just going through the motions.
Right.
He's shaping his career with a purpose.
It's like he understands that being an actor in the 21st century is about more than just showing up on set and delivering lines.
Exactly.
It's about using your platform to engage with the culture, to challenge norms, and to spark meaningful conversations.
And he's doing it all with a level of authenticity that resonates with audiences.
Totally.
He's not afraid to be vulnerable, to show his flaws.
Right.
And to use his art to explore the complexities of the human experience.
It's been a fascinating journey, tracing his path from those early days in New York City to his current status as a global icon.
Oh, yeah.
He's definitely one to watch.
For sure.
And I have a feeling this is only the beginning of his story.
And as his career continues to unfold, I'm curious to see what risks he'll take, what boundaries he'll push, and what conversations he'll ignite.
Right.
He's reminding us that true artistry lies not just in skill, but in the courage to use that skill to make a statement.
So as we wrap up our deep dive, we want to leave you with this question.
Okay. Yes.
How do you think Timothée Chalamet's approach to acting and storytelling is influencing the future of Hollywood? What impact do you think his choices will have on the industry and the kinds of stories we see on screen in the years to come?
That's a great question.
Keep exploring his work and let us know what you discover.
Yeah.
Until next time, keep diving deep.